Hello there, welcome to another channel talk with Ungainly Titan. I want to just talk about rescheduling. I know I have to change my schedule over the summer. A lot will depend, should we say, on some external circumstances, just stuff I need to do and stuff I need to catch up on and stuff that has been neglected for quite some time. But I'll go through it in a moment. So for the past month, 2 months or so, pretty much since the start of the Neverwinter Nights stuff, I've been going flat out, just gaming, producing YouTube videos, and my regular routine. But there are things that outside of my regular routine that I need to address that I have been putting back, and I've been messing around with my workflow and schedule, my way I've sort of organised my work, and it really hasn't freed up the time that I needed. And big thing, so something's going to have to give. And there's also another additional issue that as regular viewers will have been aware over the last year, 2 years, whatever, since I've been starting YouTube, that I was spending a lot of that time I was caring for my mother. One of the side effects of that was you couldn't leave the house, so anything that required to be done outside just simply wasn't done. I wasn't in a position to get somebody else to do it, therefore it wasn't done. And I really need to do it. I now have the energy to do it. For the first, really up until the end of March, I probably didn't have the energy to do anything beyond, shall we say, immediately caring for myself, gaming in the YouTube channel. And the YouTube channel has been really helpful in many respects, because it's something to do, it's a hobby, and it's a communication, if nothing else. I know there's not a huge number of people watching me or anything like that, but it just, the fact that somebody has been great support in many respects. And a big thank you to everybody who has been watching me and following me over that time. Thank you for your support and your encouragement. But I just need to now spend some time doing some other stuff and take advantage of actual good weather that we're having in the last week or two, just to get some other stuff done. So something's going to have to give time-wise, and the biggest time sink that I have in terms of video production is actually the Neverwinter Nights videos, because you're taking an hour and a half or 2.5 hours of video and compressing it down into a 25 to 30 minute video, and that requires a lot of viewing and reviewing and editing and watching what you've just edited and then figuring out what you're going to say and watching that and doing it again, because that's generally the way I approach my video production. I take the video I'm doing and then I figure out what I'm going to say, and I go over it until I have more or less in my head what I want to say, and then I just say it. But this is relatively straightforward with a World of Tanks video, because there aren't a lot of editing that I'm going to do. Or similarly with World of Warplanes or World of Warships. With Neverwinter Nights, on the other hand, there's a lot of editing, so you have to get that more or less straightened out in your visual story, sorted out before you go and figure out what it is you're going to say. So it's a big production in terms of video editing and video preparation, so that is definitely going to have to slow down. But I may have to slow down further. I may actually have to slow down, as in produce fewer videos, just to free up the time I need to catch up, should we say, with things that have been put on the long finger for quite a while. The other thing that I'm doing is that every video, I'm going to taking a break as well. I'm taking a break for about a week. Not doing anything particularly dramatic or going anywhere special. I'm just going to Dublin, actually, just visit friends and relations. But it's a longer break than I've normally taken. I will be heading off tomorrow and probably not back until Thursday, Wednesday or Thursday, which I think is the longest such break that I've taken in a number of years, because I just didn't have the opportunity to take breaks that length before this. So, and I'm hoping to attend a games convention, a small one in Dublin called HoboCon that I just heard about on Facebook. I will certainly talk about it. I'm hoping to take photographs, but I'm terrible for not taking photographs. It's something I just generally don't think about doing. Never got into the habit of it. And because you don't do it as well, then you take terrible photographs. which is of course another problem. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. But at the very least, I'll talk about it and talk about some of the games that I played. At it, I'm hoping to play something new. I will certainly carry some of my old two-player war game type games with me, some of the simpler ones. Might get someone to play them. Don't know if I will. But it would be nice. I'll carry a few other games with me as well. We'll see, I don't know. I've never been there before, so I don't know what to expect. But I have been playing a lot more board games recently. More of Euro games, you know, as I've mentioned previously in these videos. I've played Century Spice Road, Five Tribes, a lot of Ad Astra lately, but that's not a game I'm going to review. You can look it up on Board Game Geek. It's old and it's out of print. It's actually quite a nice game. It's about an hour and a half. Depends on how many players you have. The more players you have, actually, the quicker it goes. It's pre-planned turns. It's a bit like Puerto Rico. Everybody gets to do something on a given turn, depending on what people have chosen. So you can produce raw materials, produce goods, trade, that sort of thing. Race for the Galaxy is a similar mechanic. But it also has exploration and movement, in the sense that you can move starships into unexplored systems and gain influence, we say, on unexplored worlds. So it has that side of it as well, and I really like that side of the game, because it's separate from the say Race to the Galaxy, where you draw a card and it represents the world and it's yours. This one you actually have to retain a presence, so you land your starship on the world, and if you wanted to move the starship to something different, you give up the influence of that world unless you've had the opportunity to build a colony or build a factory on that planet. It is out of print, which is a bit of a pity, because it's a really nice, cool game. I have also purchased Twilight Imperium 4. Twilight Imperium 4 has always been a game I've been interested in. I won't say that I've been a fan of it, because I've never had the opportunity to play it that often. I know somebody in the group has a copy, or had a copy of one of, I don't know if it's the 3rd edition or one of the earlier editions, so I have played it, and I've played it more than once. But my big issue with it always that has struck me, and the versions that I played, was that the people who went to war early tended to lose. And the victory was to the person who could sort of stay out of the early conflict and retain as much of their fleet as possible, and then descend upon the victors, shall we say, of the earlier conflict, while they were still weak and they hadn't a chance to re-up their production. From the videos that I've seen of Twilight Imperium 4, it seems to me that they've addressed the problems that give rise to that particular issue. So it should be a more interesting game. I certainly look forward to playing it. Logistically, I may not have a table big enough to actually play it. I must say, that is an impressive collection of burning tanks. I mean, just really impressive collection of burning tanks. The logistics of playing Twilight Imperium is a solvable problem, of course, but yeah, I'll be playing more board games definitely in the future, and probably get back into running some face-to-face role-playing. I've been asked to do a couple of one-off sessions. Managed to convert another gamer. Well, I suppose she was a gamer all along, but one of my nephews is doing a computer science course that is gaming orientated. It's orientated towards the gaming industry, and he's got a girlfriend and she's in the same course, but her background would be more, she didn't have a huge background in board games, and we've gotten her interested in board games, and she'd never played D&D either, so we've gotten her playing D&D and she wants to play more. So I'll be running some one-off sessions, because obviously for scheduling issues she's in Thurles and I'm down in Kerry, so we don't really won't be in a position to do a regular role-playing game campaign, but I'll be able to do some one-off things. I'm hoping to run the Against the Giants as a series of one-offs, or maybe just two-offs, like where she's down and just get the whole thing done in 1 or 2 sessions. So that would be interesting as well, and it'll be getting back into areas of gaming that I haven't had an opportunity to explore for quite some time. Back to my gaming roots, D&D, war games, stuff like that. I was probably will purchase the XCOM 2 series as well. I was very tempted to get the Xbox version of it there. They had a bundle deal going that was actually quite good. However, the one thing I don't like about the Xbox One is that I played XCOM 1. It was on the 360, and I think they had a game, The Bureau, which I actually really liked. I don't know if it was that popular. It was not quite XCOM. It was like XCOM done like, what you call it, as a sort of a shooter, party shooter. It was sort of like Mass Effect in the way it was run. You played the main character in the main storyline, and then when it got into combat mode, it turned into like Mass Effect. So you played the different characters in the team. In a similar way to you'd play the different group members of your team in Mass Effect. I'd gotten about halfway through it, and as far as I know, they never ported it to the Xbox One, which is a bit of a pity, because I quite enjoyed it. I'm not sure if it's available on the PC. I just checked, and it is. That's definitely a franchise that I might get back into, because I never really completed it. I played XCOM 1 on the Xbox, but and I enjoyed it very much. Played it through a few times. Didn't play many of the DLCs. Then I think it just became. It was upsetting on herself, my mother, when I was playing it, so I just switched over more or less exclusively to World of Tanks after that. But I was playing The Bureau at the time as well, but I didn't get the opportunity to finish it. Since it's on PC, I might just do that now. I could see myself actually getting back into that whole area again, because I really liked the tactical turn-based flavour of the XCOM games. Bureau itself, not as big a fan of it, but I enjoyed it enough to play through it, and I'd probably play it story mode or something like that, just for get the story out, figure out what happened in the finish, since I got about halfway through it. So yeah, I'm definitely going to expand my gaming horizons and try and catch up with stuff over the last 4 or 5 years that I haven't been playing or keeping up with, and including stuff that I bought and never got around to playing. So that is it. Feel free to comment any suggestions as well as the stuff that I might play in the future. Feel free to add them into the comments. Either board games or war games or PC games or Xbox games. Whatever. I'll be always interested to hear about new things. Thank you for watching, and thank you for your patience. Hope you found it interesting. If you did, press a like. If you have not already done so, please subscribe to the channel. Goodbye for now, and I'll catch you all again soon.